For the second set of questions, you're going to be asked to graph linear functions. So for the most part, all of this comes in handy, especially slope-intercept form. Make sure you understand what the y-intercept is, where it goes, right? The slope, the rise over run, so that way you're able to calculate the next point and to make sure where it would go. So if the slope is positive, again, this would be going up from left to right. If it's negative, if the slope is negative, it would be coming down from left to right. If it's horizontal, the slope would be 0, and if it's vertical, the slope would be undefined. Now, for most lines that are not vertical, or horizontal, so I'll talk about horizontal and vertical lines separately, but for other lines that have a slope and have a y-intercept and all that, a slope that's not 0 or not undefined, then the domain is going to be from negative infinity to positive infinity. And same thing for the range, negative infinity to positive infinity. Now, if the slope is equal to 0, right, if the slope is a horizontal line, then the domain is still negative infinity to positive infinity, but the range is not. The range is actually just one number because that's the number you're staying at, right? So like, for example, in this first example where it says y is equal to 3, the range is just 3. That's it. If y is equal to negative 2, then the range is negative 2. Okay, now conversely for the vertical lines, the domain would just be that one value for x. So for example, if this is x equals negative 2, then domain here would just be negative 2. The range would be from negative infinity to positive infinity. So those are the two things that you'd have to be looking at for domain and range, and also to figure out how to graph it based on the slope and the y-intercept. Again, Desmos is a good tool to be able to graph these, and then you can compare. But these questions should not be very hard. So those are questions 4 through 6, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, 4 through 6.